Everybody, this is Nash here, and today we're going to be going over the 2022 transfer portal, specifically the Texas Longhorn players that are in the transfer portal, and this is only as of December 7th, Wednesday, 2022. So there could be, depending on when you're watching this, there could be more, there could be less in the portal. People, they can pull their name out. Over 1,000 players already entered into the portal league-wide. This is insane. 16 A&M players. I mean, there's teams that are losing some rosters. But we're going to jump right into the video. So drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what your thoughts are on the 2022 transfer portal in that comment section. In that comment section, you can also find a link to go to Underdog Fantasy Football. Use code NASH for your first dollar for dollar deposit up to $100, 100% guarantee. I'm looking to have some fun with this Houston Texans versus Dallas matchup. This should be fun. But without further ado, let's hop right into the video. And I want to start off right here. They scared the crap out of everybody, including me. T'Vondre Sweat, he just tweeted, "I'm gone." And a little weird, it's got 666 likes. So my grandma, she would unplug my computer right now, all that stuff. That's the type of lady my grandma is. But he then tweets out, "Relax, I'm not going nowhere." You know, I'm quoting his tweet, but he's not going anywhere. T'Vondre Sweat, that was funny, but scared the crap out of people. Jonathan Brooks, I'm not going to read the entire thing, but basically it's a thing saying, hey, you want to catch up on all the transfer portal madness, head over to this message board right here. And I thought it was really funny because it's like a transfer portal post, you know, like the graphic and all that stuff. I think this is a good sign, seeing our players joke about leaving the portal. Now, what I mean by that is a good sign is like it's like a good sign of good culture, you know, like there's not they're so committed to the team, they're joking about leaving, whereas it's not an actual debate inside their head. Now, you also got, this is where the next step will take with the culture, is NFL guys. Keeping borderline NFL guys here. We want to keep on developing y'all and turn y'all into for sure NFL studs. And that's the next step in development for Texas with the Texas culture. But just wanted to put that out there. And so far, the numbers in the portal, like I said, have been crazy. You look at this. 1,088 people have entered the portal at the time of this. Only 31 have committed to schools. 9 have withdrawn. I mean, these are crazy percentages, crazy low percentages, but 1,088 guys, that's a lot of players in the transfer portal. And then Texas A&M leading the SEC with 16 total transfer portal entries. Arkansas is with 15, Alabama with 11. I mean, some of these teams are absolutely getting gutted. Now, sometimes these are transfer portal where it's like saying, hey, we don't got room for you. You know, head on out. And that's just, you're going to see that's kind of the case with some of these Texas Longhorns that you're going to see in just a second. But, and let's just jump right into some of these Texas Longhorns that we're going to be talking about. So the first one on here, Prince Dorba. Him and DJ Harris, I was really hopeful that they would, because they got the body, they got the size, you know. I was hopeful they'd develop into edges at Texas, and like I said, you got DJ Harris on there as well. You know, the nature of the game. Sometimes you're just not going to play at Texas, and that's just, it is what it is. Hopefully, that with the fresh start, these guys can go out there and ball out. You know, once a horn, always a horn. We're rooting for these guys big time, no matter what. And also, just want to go ahead and, to any of the players that are in here, we do appreciate you for what you've given to the university, because even if it doesn't appear on a box score or a stat sheet, the preparation throughout the week, the off season, all that stuff, everybody's a part of it. Every single member is a part of this team, and they all have a hand in the success or failure of the Texas football team. J.D. Coffey, this was another young defensive back that a lot of people had him. This guy could start as a freshman. just never really made it into the lineup. I mean, these you're going to see with a lot of these guys that we're just talking about right here. It's just a fresh start. It could just be as simple as a fresh start, and then boom, they just do great. Devin Richardson, I had a ton of hopes for this guy. Linebacker from, I believe he was the New Mexico State Aggies. It was one of those New Mexico teams, and gosh, his film looked really good, and you hope that it would translate over, and unfortunately it didn't. And this isn't on him, but I think it was just there were some other guys that just moved ahead of him in front of the depth chart, and hopefully I think this is going to be he's in the transfer portal, so this is a graduate transfer, so he does not have to sit out a year. But I believe he's a graduate transfer. Don't quote me on that. But if he's not, he will have to sit a year. But best of luck to Devin Richardson. Didn't have him for too long, but like I said, I had a lot of hopes for this guy, and he didn't let us down, but just didn't get on the field as much as we thought or were hoping for. Now Jameer Johnson. This one is I think this is just a classic case of Terrence Brooks. Holy cow. Wow. Thank you, Ohio State, for letting us get Terrence Brooks. But apologies to Jameer Johnson, but I mean, this is just, it is what it is. Sometimes you got it. You recruit a guy, and he plays well, and the guy that, he's a little bit older than that guy. Hopefully a fresh start. Jameer Johnson can just, again, I don't want to be a broken record with this, but like I said, a lot of these guys are just fresh starts, including these next two. Logan Parr. I mean, you're going to see in a second. This offensive line we have come a long way in 1 year. Last year, at this point, we were looking at the offensive line like, oh my goodness. We're losing who? Can we get that? Can we get back? No? We can't get that back. Okay. Crap. That's what that was like with Logan Parr. Or not with Logan Parr, with last year's offensive line, and then out of nowhere, we get just a huge signing day, getting Kelvin Banks. And this was in the first one. And then the second one, you're getting guys like DJ Campbell. I don't want to get the wrong signing day, but you get like Nito. You get Cam Williams. I mean, oh my goodness. You're going to see in a second, like I said, we got some studs. And Andre Carrick, I mean, he was a big, if you've heard Nino, he's talked a lot about the jumbo package. This was your jumbo. Number 69, Andre Carrick. And I say Carrick. Kark. It's Kark. Got to stop myself and get that right. But 144 of his total 239 snaps are inline blocker. So he did play some frequent snaps, but it was not at a traditional offensive line position. So this is a guy that I'm not saying that we're not going to miss his presence, but him being gone isn't going to be as, I don't want to say impactful, because I don't want to, I don't want to talk down on a player, but we're just not going to feel it as much as we would some other guys. And here you're looking at the offensive line. This is what the offensive line is looking at. Losing a tackle and a guard. Christian Jones could come back, I believe. I believe he could come back if he wants to. It is up to him. And that would be, I know some people have certain feelings about Christian Jones, but he's improved. He gave us a solid year this year. I would be more than happy if he decided to come back. And if he decides to come back, you play the best tackle. So if the best tackle is Cameron Williams down there at the bottom of this chart, or Nito Umeozulu, you play the best tackle. It's just that simple. And that is also another reason why we will not be going after Tommy Brockermeyer. Sorry, it is what it is. Thank you for not choosing Texas. Thank you for getting Tom Herman fired. But it is what it is. We got a talented offensive line, young offensive line. I mean, you look at this list, these are all young. Jake Majors, he's the older guy. Kelvin Banks, young. Hayden Connor, young. Cole Hudson, young. DJ Campbell, young. Connor Robertson, young. Cameron Williams, young. I mean, these are all young. This is offensive line's future is looking bright. And that's not what this video is about, but had to spend a quick minute on it. Now these next two hurt. Going through these next two videos, or two players, they hurt. Troy O'Meary. If you're seeing that video in the top left, Troy O'Meary. Wow. I mean, this dude absolutely 100% a beast. This is probably the best example of just needing a fresh start and just needing a new change of scenery. I have all the hopes in the world for this guy, and I still do. He is just a complete stud on the football field. You just don't find hands like that often. And again, wish this dude all the best. I cannot wait to see where he lands. Yeah. Big Troy O'Meary fan, rooting for him. Go be great, man. And then Hudson Card, last one. Wow. This dude, he's given Texas a lot. And what I mean by that, he's given Texas blood, he's given Texas sweat, and he's probably sat in his dorm room and given Texas some tears. This guy, Lake Travis, Austin, Texas guy, Longhorn through and through, grew up a Longhorn. I mean, he doesn't get the same treatment as Sam Ellinger. Everybody was like, oh, Sam the Longhorn grew up. Quinn Ewers grew up Longhorn. They all grew up Longhorns. They all did. And Hudson Card graduates with a business degree from the University of Texas. This guy, he did it right. I'm not saying staying around until you graduate doing it right is that's the right way. But it was the right way for Hudson. And he's going off. You're going to see in just a second here. We'll look at it right now. He's got some really nice landing spots. TCU is a favorite. Notre Dame, that would probably be my favorite for him. Wisconsin, I want to see him land at Notre Dame or TCU, or really any of those first three would be amazing. I think even Kentucky as well for his professional side, because they've shown clearly with Will, I don't know if it's Levis or Levi, or Levis, whatever it is, however you pronounce it, they've shown that they're not afraid to use a running quarterback and run him. Well, with Hudson Card, that's exactly what you want. I mean, look at his stats. This is just crazy. You look at his rushing. As a Texas Longhorn fan, first off, if you're not a Longhorn fan and you're looking at these stats, Hudson Card's rushing ability is far better than that. Far better. But we just didn't use it, and that is a shame. But that's a video for another day. Video for a different topic. Nearly a 70% completion percentage in 2022. This dude was accurate on the money. I mean, this guy, I'm such a big Hudson Card fan. You cannot take me off this hill. I want to see him go and ball out because he can. He is, if you want, and go check out some of the Hudson Card videos that I put out there. He's what you want in a quarterback. He's got that speed. He's got the size. No, hold on. He's got the speed. He's got the throwing ability. As far as physical tools, the only thing he's missing is that big Josh Allen size. If you had him Josh Allen sized, like, what? You can't, if you were to craft a perfect quarterback right now in Madden, or for the older, for people like me that grew up on the NCAA football, you go, I want 99 speed. I want 99 acceleration, 99 throw power, 99 accuracy. I mean, I'm not saying Hudson Card is 99 throw power, right? He's a very accurate quarterback. He can put the ball downfield. He's got speed. He's got plenty of it. He's even got some hands. So, for all those Madden guys that would be throwing 99 catching on the quarterback as well, Hudson Card. And I'm not saying he's 99 at everything, but he reminds me of the guy that's like the jack of all trades, master of none. He's going to be really great. I cannot wait to see where Hudson Card goes and lands, but rooting for Hudson, rooting for all these horns. And most of all, hopefully this video was helpful at all. And we will be going through and putting a transfer portal target update, and probably I want to say I want to give it a little bit more time to let some other guys enter from other schools. But if we put out offers, I'm gonna start. I'll fire up a video. All right, everybody. Hope you all have a great day. Hook 'em!